Welcome everyone to race 7 of the Darkside Mustangs A² Cup Series here from Richmond. I'm Clayton Hardy. Thank you all for spending your Sunday evening with us. We're watching as drivers go through practice at the moment. We were focusing on Joshua Gaiman. Now we're looking at Toby Estes here in the number 78 as we all get ready for 200 laps, 150 miles here around this 3/4 mile oval. Estes is back on pit lane. Donald Ray sitting third in practice at the moment. See Joshua Gaiman back on track here. Number 61, once again top of the board, Jeffrey Breo in second place, as Breo just tagged Gaiman there. It's going to be a bit of a struggle as we look at the 41 and Noah Belleville making his series debut here tonight. See Seth Wansing sitting in the 8th spot at the moment in the number 9 car. Breo coming back out on track. See John Smeal sitting in 11th at the moment. We've got 24 cars that have set a lap time so far. So Smil's trying to get into the top 10 here on the board. He just got passed by Tom Sears. Sears sitting in 11th. He's going to actually go back to pit lane. As Mike LaJoy. You see the chaos going through turns 1 and 2. Mike LaJoy is going to tag somebody. Not sure that was that he tagged. So Mike LaJoy's made it up to 8th place. So a couple of the newer drivers in the series, Mike LaJoy and Noah Belleville, are sitting at the top 10 in practice times, which is a fantastic thing to see, given how competitive it is at the front of the field here. Obviously, you have Gaiman, Breo, Estes, Ray, you have Tommy Reynolds, you have Seth Wansing, the 2-time series champion. So, looks like we're going to have about 25, 26 drivers. Jacob Fifield's joined as well, as LaJoy with a really good save across the grass, and fortunately got the inside the pit wall there. But again, sitting in 8th place, Tommy Reynolds has moved up to 7th. Noah Belleville, and then number 41, is up to the 6th spot. Yeah, Jeremy Breo sitting in 2nd. So 1st and 2nd on the same part of real estate here. Donald Ray in 4th, also in this same little pack of real estate. All 3 going through turns 3 and 4. Ooh, Breo slides it. Keeps off the wall. Not sure if he got clipped by Donald Ray or not. Looks like he might have. Ray and Estes here, the 5 and the 78. Ooh, Ray got really loose out of 4. Really good save to keep it off of Estes, as Estes goes on his lap. So Estes up to 3rd here. Still behind Gaiman and Breo, who keep finding each other on track. Gaiman tags the wall. But there's Breo. Getting past Belleville. Oh, Breo slides. He's gonna hit the wall here, I think. No, he keeps it off the wall. Really good save by Breo. Oh! Good save. That was close. And then he spins it again. So we're seeing a bit more of the stuff that we've seen earlier in the season, where the cars seem to be very snappy loose on exit when the car unloads out of the corner. That's going to cause some problems as this race goes on. Obviously, it's a lot of drivers pushing limits, trying to see what they can get away with. So some drivers will kind of tone it down when the racing starts. But right now, it's showing that there's a lot of loose race cars out there, and it's going to be really difficult for those drivers to reel it in without being very conservative. And it's the riskier drivers like Breo who are the more successful ones with how this car is currently set up. So I'll have to double check and see how that goes. Again, Joshua Gaiman has the pace. Breo's got pace. Estes, Ray, Kirk, Belleville, Reynolds, Blankenship, LaJoy, Sears all have pace. But can you survive? That's going to be a big question. So Breo coming back out of pit lane. He's gonna loop it, exiting pit lane. Too much torque exiting pit lane. We'll say he jumped into the first. Belleville up to fourth. Here's Tobiasi sitting in third. So SC's third, Bellevue is in fifth, Jacob Lynch just moved up to fourth, with less than 5 minutes left in practice. And you have Donald Ray, Seth Wansing. So it looks like we're going through driver's meeting right now. There is nobody on track aside from Elrich George at the moment. Yeah, we're in driver's meeting now before qualifying begins. So, this is going to be interesting. Alright, so now we're going to wait here. See who goes on track here in a minute. Alrighty, here we go. Or we had a minor audio issue, but it should be pretty well clear now. So looking at Bradley Wright, he's on his second lap. You're seeing all the drivers that have set lap time so far on the left-hand side of your screen. 16 have done so. Bradley Wright's second lap moves him up 2 spots, the 13th. Ryan Pinnell's on a lap now in number 12, Mobile One Machine. He just ran his first lap, put him 13th. Second lap puts him 9th. Here comes Jonathan Honebrink to start his first lap. So Honebrink's 17th. Nobody else at a lap time at the moment. Doesn't look like anyone else is going to set a lap time here at the moment, at least not that we're seeing. So it looks like these 18 are qualified with Gaiman and Ray on the front row. Reynolds set a lap time here. Let's see if we can catch him. He's finishing his second lap. Where does that put him? Didn't improve. Still P9. Not sure how much time they're going to give here. In terms of those who have not yet set a lap time. Irish George ran 2 laps, but in both laps were invalidated. There's 29 cars set to be in this field, so everyone's going to make it into the race. Alrighty, so here we go, the first heat race of the night, and everyone queued up really quick. I think we have 2 laps to go over the grid here. So this is what it looks like. See Jeremy Breo and Trey Kirk on the front row. Then it's Jacob Blankenship and Tommy Reynolds in row 2. Row 3, James Kerr and Seth Wansing. Then you have Bradley Wright and Matthew Kent in row 4. Row 5 is John Smeal and Cody Harger. Row 6, Dustin Painter and Pete Woodrum. And the last row of the grid, we'll look down at, it's Patrick Allen and Daniel Maddox. Lights on the pace car, which means you got 1 more lap of safety car here. Right, lights about to go green. We're underway for the first heat race tonight. It's Breo, Kirk, Blankenship, then Reynolds, Kerr, top 5 as we get this started. There is a crash in the back. It was Tommy Reynolds spun. At the front, still Breo, then Kirk. Breo, Kirk, Blankenship still top 3 as they started. You look at Bradley Wright, he's up 3 spots. Pete Woodrum's up 5 spots in 7th. Matthew Kent's gained 2 spots. so far. So Kent sitting in 6th behind James Kerr, who's where he started. Riley Wright's gained 3 spots. Seth Wansing has lost a spot. He started 6th. He's down to 7th so far in this heat. Patrick Allen's up 5 spots. Where did he come from? He survived at a good part of the melee here. Yeah, Pete Woodrum there in the 29. Oh, and Patrick Allen has spun Wansing. That's a oh no! That was Smeal and Reynolds and Harger that all got collected. Dustin Painter has not taken to the track here. But here's the race leader trying to get around the Calamity here with 3 laps to go. Kirk's keeping him honest. Brio jumps to the bottom. Kirk stays about middle here. Runs a little bit high on exit. So Kirk's sitting second here, 2 laps to go. Riley Wright is up to the 4th spot. Jacob Blankenship's got up to a spot here. He's up second. White flag in the air. Breo's going to get this heat race win. So he's going to start 3rd in the main event. Breo wins to kick off the racing festivities here at Richmond. Blankenship holds on to 2nd. Trey Kirk in 3rd. Riley Wright 4th. 5th for James Kerr. 6th for Matthew Kent. 7th for Pete Woodrum. There's Tommy Reynolds in 8th. Then Seth Wansing, Patrick Allen, and John Smeal, 9th through 11th. Alrighty. Believe we're on to the second heat race here. We are on the second heat race. So here's what it looks like. It's Toby Estes and Davey Houck in row 1. Row 2 is Tom Sears and Ryan Pinnell. Then it's Cody Riggs on the outside of Tristan Catania in row 3. Alex Jemkowski and Jonathan Hohenbrink in row 4. Row 5, Mike LaJoy and Jacob Fifield. Row 6 is Noah Belleville in his first series start alongside Rich George. Rounding out heat race number 2, Ben Choate in the number 42. So as we get ready to go here, here's a look at the field as they're rolling under formation laps. So again, there's your starting grid. This is, again, heat race number 2. There's the last chance qualifier. Everyone's going to make it into the race. It's just a matter of where you're starting, and these heat races determine that. So the top 6 from heat race number 1 made it in, and the top 6 from this heat race will make it in. That determines rows 2 through 7 for the main event. We'll talk about that again when the main event pops up. I have one that doesn't qualify from these 2 heats, goes to the last chance qualifier. That determines the rest of the field from, I believe, from 14th on down to 30th. We're not going to have a 30-car field tonight, so it just determines where everyone else is going to start. But here we are. Toby Estes, Davey Houck, Tom Sears, Ryan Pinnell, Tristan Catania top 5, Cody Riggs in 6th. Pace cars in. The second heat race of the night is underway. Green flag in the air. Again, for those unfamiliar, no cautions in these first 2 heat races. Pinnell got sent out to the outside. Riggs up to 4th. He's up 2 spots already. See 2 ARCS machines there, the 48 of Catania, the 14 of Sears. It's Estes, Houck, Sears, Riggs, Catania, LaJoie in the 77, making way in that DuPont Chevrolet. Cesar Mikowski in the John Deere Ford, sitting in 7th. Tom Sears attacking Davey Houck. This is for 2nd. Go. Estes set the fastest lap. He's almost spun. And that's going to pull him right back in within range of Tom Sears. Sears got the momentum. He's going to move to the bottom here. Can he make the pass stick? Estes got the outside lane, so he's going to get the run out of turn 2, but almost lost the lead as quickly as he had built up a gap. Sears still on his inside. Sears going to try to battle it through here. Looking really good. Sears to the lead. He leads that lap. Sears could, if he keeps hold of it, he could clear Estes here. And yeah, he does. Pretty easily. Estes had to back out of it to get back to the bottom. That's where he wanted to be. He knows top 6, you're locked in. And you're going to be on the outside lane anyway for the main event. Cody Riggs has had a crash. Saw that spin. Sears starting to walk away here from Toby Estes. It's a half-second gap. Then it's over a second between Sears and Houck. All right, so here's Tom Sears, Toby Estes, coming to the white flag here in heat race number 2. You see Houck in 3rd, Catania up in 4th. He's having a good heat race here. He'll lock himself in if he holds on station here. 1 lap to go. Mike LaJoie in his debut in 5th. Noah Bellevue in a sweet spot. He's sitting in 6th. So if that's the case, both LaJoie and Belleville should lock themselves in to the main event here. Tom Sears coming out of turn number 4. He's going to win a heat race. He takes heat number 2 here at Richmond. Toby Estes, Davey Houck, Catania, LaJoie, and Belleville will take the transfer spots, leaving everyone else from Kowski on down to battle in the last chance qualifier. All right. On to the last chance qualifier. Pete Woodrum and Alex Jimkowski on the front row for this one. Then it's Tommy Reynolds and Ryan Pinnell in row number 2. Row 3, Seth Wanzing and Jonathan Homebrink. Row 4, Patrick Allen and Jacob Fifield. John Spiel and Cody Riggs make up row number 5. Row 6, Daniel Maddox and Elrich George. Looking at the rest of the field, the last 3 cars, it's Cody Harger, Ben Choate, and Dustin Painter. Alrighty, so again, for those that are unfamiliar, this is the last chance qualifier. Up to 2 cautions can be thrown here in the last chance qualifier. So if we see a caution, first chance is going to be in this race, and with how these heat races have gone, good chance we will. But it's Jimkowski, Woodrum, Pinnell, Reynolds, Wanzing, Hohenbrink, Allen, Fifield, top 8. Again, everyone transfers into the main event from this race. No one misses out here. It's a matter of where you're going to start, going from 15th on down. Green flag in the air, the last chance qualifier underway. It's Woodrum up front, Jimkowski alongside him in second. Pinnell got messed up pretty bad in that last heat race, got pushed to the outside and just dropped like a rock. See if he can do anything here. Still Woodrum, Jimkowski. There might be an issue here. There will be. Believe it's Harger. Oh, Harger's on his own. He's getting out of the way, which is important. But he's on his own right now. Everyone trying to get through. Jimkowski checked up and Woodrum's in the wall. And that will be a yellow. We'll have to get a double look at that, because that was pretty violent. Alrighty, so here's a good look at what happened here in the accident. Alrighty. So you see the three right here. Tommy runs on the bottom, Shimkowski in the middle, and Pete Woodrum on the outside there in the number 29. Actually go back here because I believe it started a little bit further back. There you go. So this is how this all looks. Woodrum runs high, Shimkowski and Reynolds both run low. Reynolds pushes up a little bit, Shimkowski pushes up and tags Woodrum. And they just keep bouncing off each other. And Woodrum's the worst on of it. But Shimkowski got turned around too. But here we are. So Reynolds will be leading this race ahead of Wansing, Pinnell, Hunbrink, and Fifield. Pace car pulls in. We're going to have 5 laps to go here. Reynolds gets a really good jump on it. We're back underway. Wansing nowhere to be found. Hohenbrink taking on Fifield. Fifield in the 1, the Dunkin' Donuts machine. Ooh, Fifield, can he save it? He does. Really good save there by Fifield. Holding on to 6th place. Cody Harger with a good recovery in that. Mobile 1, number 46. Sitting in the 7th spot at the moment. Battling in the midst of it. Here we go, coming to the white flag. 1 lap to go here in the last chance qualifier. It's Reynolds and Pinnell. And there's the gap between Reynolds and Pinnell. Reynolds is pretty safe here. The number 7, Aeromark Chevrolet goes through turn 3 and 4 for the final time in this last chance qualifier. He'll come out of turn 4. Tommy Reynolds wins the last chance qualifier. He'll start 15th in the main event. Pinnell beats out Wansing. Hunbrink 4th, Fifield 5th. 6th for Spiel, 7th for Harger. Shimkowski will end up 8th across the line. Then it's Cody Riggs, Pete Woodrum, and Daniel Maddox rounding out the top 11. Patrick Allen, Elrich George round out the top 13. Alrighty, so now you have warm-up here as we get ready to go. So a lot of cars running here on warm-up. We're looking at Seth Wansing here as we tick down the 5 minutes until the main event. Some more driver setting lap times here. Wansing with a good save out of turn 2. He's going to lock it up. But a good save there from Wansing. Here's Trey Kirk. And he's going to tag the wall pretty hard in 1. Here's Toby Estes. Sitting in 4th at the moment. Here in the last chance warm-up. Yeah, as Rick James in chat here on Twitch, that 77 does look really sick. I love it's like that gunmetal on black look is just so cool. Less cool when it hits the pit wall like that, but still a really cool look. I also like how it vibes well with the numbers up front too. Like, it's not one of those things where like it hasn't been dramatically altered with the numbers up front, so it still looks really sharp and really cool. Obviously there's some people that do it well, some people that haven't adjusted to the numbers being shifted forward, but that one's one that has been done really well. I actually really like that one. Got Noah Belvier here in the 41. Another car that I really like seeing. I think it was the one car at Fifield. Don't believe he's on track. He's not on track at the moment, but that's another one. I like that Dunkin' Donuts machine too. It just looks really good. As that is Belleville's taking a slide, keeps it out of the wall, but that's going to end the session for him. All right. Now it's showtime. Here's what it looks like. The grid for the Richmond 150. It's Joshua Gaiman and Donald Ray at the front of the field. They're on the front row. It's Jeremy Brayo and Tom Sears, row 2. Jacob Blankenship and Toby Estes in row number 3. Trey Kirk and Davey Houck in row number 4. Then it's Tristan Catania alongside Bradley Wright in row 5. James Kerr III makes up row 6 alongside debutant Mike LaJoy. Looking down the rest of the grid, Matthew Kent in that Nitro Pepsi number 31 is in row 7 alongside another debutant and Noah Belleville. Tommy Reynolds won the last chance qualifier. He'll start 15th alongside Ryan Pinnell in row number 8. Seth Wansing and Jonathan Hohenbrink in row 9. Row 10, Jacob Fifield and John Smeal. Row 11, Cody Harger in the 46, and Alex Jimkowski starting all the way down in the 22nd spot. You see there's the 17, the John Deere Ford, all the way back in row 11. Row 12 is Cody Riggs in that silver number 3, alongside Pete Woodrum. Patrick Allen makes up row number 13, outside of Daniel Maddox. So Patrick Allen rolling near the back of the field here. It's going to be Joshua Gaiman and Donald Ray on the front row here, determined by qualifying. Everyone else determined by either Heat 1, Heat 2, or the last chance qualifier. Alrighty, we're on the last warm pull up here, and then we'll be going underway. Pace car is in. It's Gaiman Ray. We are underway in Richmond. Gaiman with a really good jump. See how far that takes him here. Brayo up to second. We're going to look further down the order here. Everyone makes it through turns 1 and 2 all right. So we'll finish this first lap without any incident here. Everyone trying to figure it out. A little bit of a wiggle there from James Kerr. Had to get to the outside, and he's tagged the wall. I was have to give him a little bit of space as he comes back down. Pinnell was gracious enough to let him come back down. But Jacob Fifield and the number 1, the Dunkin' Donuts machine, will get by. And this is further down the order here. This is well down the order.